Well, joining me now is Amy Pannell, Gott International Mission Coordinator. Amy, it is great to see you. Thank you for joining us. We want to go right to the ground in Ukraine. You have been in country in Ukraine for the better part of 6 months, for decades now. Talk a little bit about what your colleagues and contacts on the ground there are experiencing.
Well, Brian, thank you. Firstly, there is a government website where Ukrainian citizens can look up their bomb shelter location. So they are mobilizing and readying themselves. They say that they have over 2 million reserves who are ready to join the 250,000 active troops in defending their homeland.
So if in the Donbass region, let's take that for example, because that's been where so much of the activity has been. You have colleagues, you have contacts in that region right now. What are they experiencing militarily? What are they experiencing economically as this invasion has now gotten underway?
Well, the Ukrainian hryvnia has been weakened as a result of the Russian aggression. So everything costs more than it did. And Ukrainians already live on such a thin financial margin that it's created a genuine hardship for them financially. Economically, Ukraine says that they're losing $3 billion a month as a result of this conflict.
So, and talk a little bit about the troop movements now. So we've seen Russia move troops in, move equipment in. What are people in that region experiencing? How are they coming into contact with the military? What kind of effect is it having on day-to-day life?
Well, just day before yesterday, we received a text message from one of our friends in the city of Donetsk, and she reported that the military there was going door to door and offering the equivalent of $129 and safe passage to Russia on big tour buses for anyone who would take them up on the offer. Our friends did not partake in this offer. However, their neighbors did. And just today, they received text messages from their neighbors updating them on their status.
And what is their status? What's been the result of that?
So they said that they have been on a bus for 22 hours, have not been paid any of the money that they were promised. They haven't been given any food or any water, and they were told today that they would be taken to a spa in Siberia for housing.
So we have, these are Ukrainian citizens on buses provided by Russia to take them to Russia. 22 hours later, no food, no water. So these are not just colleagues of yours. These are friends of yours. You've been in close contact with them for a very long time. What are they doing next? We talked about evacuees, people moving across the border to Poland. What kind of movement within country do you expect to see in the coming days and weeks?
Not everyone has the opportunity to go to Western Europe. Of course, some are. Others are just going as far west as they can, for example, to the city of Lviv. And this is creating a problem in country with so many internally displaced people.
I mean, so you've got the bomb shelter issue, for example. Do they have enough space? I mean, can they accommodate that? Are they prepared to people feel like their government is prepared for what they're about to endure?
I'm not sure that people necessarily do feel that way. I had a conversation with a dear friend today in Kyiv, and he reported to me that he thinks the Ukrainian citizenship is actually more prepared for real war than the leadership. He said world leadership see this as an information war, whereas the Ukrainian citizens know that this could be war in their streets right before their eyes.
Well, they have certainly had to live under these conditions and with this threat for a very long time. Amy, it's so helpful to get a perspective on the ground. Some very shocking things going on, especially in that Donbass region. We appreciate you joining us to talk about it. Amy Pannell, thanks very much for being here.